growing up, I always loved music my entire life. I can still remember driving down the road with my parents and my sisters, and we're listening to, Ricky Skaggs and Tony Rice sing gospel music, or, Wade and Kevin Spencer, the Spencer family, Salvation Rain, Billy Fields. There's just, the list is a mile long of stuff we listen to, but primarily gospel. 90% of the time gospel. The only time I ever got to listen to country music was when I was on the school bus, which is a very big inside joke for my family. But when I was on the school bus, I listened to a lot of country music with my friends on the bus radio. But I loved music, and my parents bought a guitar for my nephew when I was 16, and they brought it home just as something for him to beat up on, and I ended up taking it and just playing a few little things on it. Next thing you know, I was playing full songs, and then my Uncle Jevin ended up giving me a better guitar. Well, played that for a while, got a better guitar, just kept doing that, and eventually I got to the point where I felt comfortable enough to play and sing. So I started doing that, and I would never do it in front of my family. I would have to be drunk to do it in front of friends. But I somehow mustered up the courage to go play at different bars and honky-tonks, and I would go in and I would sing and play at these places. And I took what I had with me down in Nashville, what very little money that I had and just my guitar, and I'd play at these bars and stuff, little holes in the wall, nothing crazy. And I'd go down there and play shows, and then I ended up playing on a few different records for friends. But that changed everything for me, going down to Nashville. I was already a drinker, I was already a partier, but Nashville really just took me and just buried my face into the party life. So that's where my alcoholism really took a turn. And my first few times down there, I was under 21, but I still found a way to drink at the bars. I'd get free drinks all the time, for singing, whatever. But that's where it really took a turn for me. And I wanted so badly to become a professional musician, not even just a singer, but to be a musician in general, for somebody that was a star. I wanted to be on the big stage. This next song talks about that. It talks about leaving home and going down and trying to make it in the big town, make it in Nashville. And I know that my parents knew what I was doing the whole time. It wasn't just going down there for fun. I was going down there and partying, and they knew that, and I'm sure it hurt them. But this song was written by Denny Rydell. Me and him have very, very similar lives. He did the same thing that I did, where he was addicted to drugs and alcohol and trying to make it in Nashville. And then he got saved, and he wrote this song. It's called On My Own, and it is my testimony song.